Hi, I'm Holly Jenkins. So I work for Students Organising for Sustainability in the UK, which is a charity working on sustainability and education. I work with young people across the UK and we try and get them to reconnect with nature. So today we're focusing on the ocean, and it's really nice to just look at it in a bit of a different light, especially people living by the ocean. Sometimes you're used to seeing it as an everyday thing, but actually really focusing on it is great. And just to reconnect with it a little bit, learn a bit about it. And with the ocean is affected by everything in climate change as well, so it brings it in the subject really nicely.
In the UK, 400,000 tonnes of fish are caught each year. If you want to eat more sustainable fish using fish guides, because some are not sustainable.
The biggest ways an individual can help reduce their climate impact is by making your voice heard, so writing emails, letters to people in power, and changing your diet, so cutting down on meat, dairy, going vegan, vegetarian, or even just cutting out things like fish. You can reduce your carbon footprint by about 60% by going vegan, so that's a really good way to reduce your impact on the climate.
A study from the University of Portsmouth found mask litter increased by 9,000% in the first 7 months of the pandemic.
In the blue surgical face masks, when submerged in water, there have been traces of cadmium and lead in them, which are deadly elements. People should switch to reusable face masks as they are better for the environment.
5,000 items of marine plastic are found per mile on the beach in the UK.
There are more than 18,000 sewer overflows across England and Wales, and about 90% of them discharge into raw sewage directly into rivers, according to the WWF.
One particular Southern Water Waste Treatment Centre pumped out 371 Olympic-sized swimming pools of raw sewage in Southampton water in the space of 5 years. That's approximately 444,000 litres of raw sewage per day.
We have some little maps of the UK, and we can see that the UK sea level rise by 16 centimetres since 1901. And you can see this here at the top is a graph of sea level rise with 1.6 degrees Celsius of temperature rise. So that is the absolute lowest. This is where it gets really, really difficult. So you have the sea level rise. We've already talked about that. As the glaciers and ice sheets melt with the climate change, and as the water expands because it's warmer, sea levels are rising. But then add in the tide, happens all the time. Add in a storm surge, so that's where you get any rise in water created by a storm because of the wind changes and atmospheric pressure changes, and just like Storm Eunice. Add in some waves, add in some land flooding, so this is if it's raining a lot and the rain just accumulates or causes drainage issues, so you've got lots of flooding on the land as well. And then also conditions of any defences against flooding. And it's actually really complicated to work out where is going to flood, isn't it? Because you've got to have all these different criteria going together.
So today we went down to Weston Shore and we learnt about how carbon dioxide in the atmosphere can diffuse into the ocean water, and I found the experiment that we did quite interesting because we got seawater and we put it at the bottom of a glass jar, and on top of that we made a chemical reaction that makes carbon dioxide, and we saw how it diffused into the water beneath it. Today I'm going to take what I learned and I'm going to think about what an impact climate change could have when it comes down to picking a sustainable option over a non-sustainable option, or what form of transport to take, anything that could affect climate change.